Come on in, come on up, come on over for the merriest time of year. Come on up, come on in, get together for a good time. Smile, my dear. Come on in, come on up, come on over. We'll be dancing round the tree. So let us have a swinging Christmas, just like 1, 2, 3. To give the gift of cheer. So come on in, come on up, come on over. We'll be singing all these songs. So let us have a swinging Christmas, just like 1, 2, 3.
What's up, guys? Thank you so much for tuning in, and in just a little bit we are going to be live reacting to the Indie World presentation that is taking place in less than 5 minutes. And about 3 minutes or so from now we'll get Indie World and see what indie games are coming to Nintendo Switch. I got at least one I'm hoping gets announced. I know one that's probably not going to get announced, but we'll see what gets announced. So before we get into the live stream, I'll be as quick as I can. Here's where you guys can find this video and all of my others. You can head them out on my platform, on Twitter at WillYork_23, Twitch Tuxedo28, and YouTube Will York. You guys can also add me as a friend on the Nintendo Switch with that friend code. And that logo, that text logo, will guide you on your way to Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube. That logo is also where you can find me on Discord. Feel free to hop on the Discord. And I also streaming on Nintendo Switch Fans of Pittsburgh and Joplin. I'm also on Xbox and PlayStation 4 with these users, so feel free to look me up on these users, and I'd be glad to add you back on the users. So, without much further ado, we're going to go ahead and hop right into it. So, like I said, I got 2 games. I know one that's probably not going to get announced, and one that will get announced for Indie World today. And I'll actually make those predictions in the chat. So I just popped in my prediction, what I think's going to get announced. So I think the game that I think is going to get announced today for this showcase is Bugsnax. It was a big hit indie game Really from, I mean, if you don't know what it is, basically you catch these food-shaped insects, and they got names like them too. So, and it's a first person, it looks like first person shooter. It's not a shooter, you just catch bugs, and then you give them to these little, to your friends to eat them. Of course, you can't eat them, you're like allergic to bug snacks. Anyway, it's like a big mystery story, and everything about it looks so cool, looks great, and I think it would look really good on the Switch. I mean, it just looks like a Switch kind of game. But for now, it is a PlayStation exclusive. It's only available on PlayStation 4. As for the game, I don't think will get announced. I do not think Fall Guys is going to get announced today because, one, we actually got an update a couple weeks ago from Mediatonic saying that they're going to delay the game. They're going to have more information about the Switch and Xbox versions coming out in 2022. So I doubt we're going to see any Fall Guys news today. So, we're just kind of waiting on the live. It is 11 o'clock. So, I'm turning off the closed captioning. Let's see what we got. Let me turn this sound down a little bit.
Hello, and welcome to Indie World. I'm Amber.
And I'm Paul. We're back to show you some indie games coming to the Nintendo Switch system.
Let's
All right.
dive right in.
Let's see. I hope Bugsnax gets announced. From the creators of The Messenger. No, I do not. Looks like an RPG game. Like one of those JRPGs. Like turn-based ones, you know. I do apologize for the buffer, you know. Trying to multi-stream and watch this at the same time. I do apologize. Sea of Stars.
Fans of classic RPGs with modernized elements will want to check out Sea of Stars. It tells the story of two children of the solstice, a lunar monk and a solar blade dancer. They must combine the powers of the sun and the moon to perform eclipse magic, the only thing that can fend off monsters created by an evil alchemist known as the Fleshmancer.
Fluid and engaging turn-based combat. Stunning dynamic lighting. A world where you can traverse freely and explore every nook and cranny. And that's just scratching the surface. Not to mention the incredibly moving story with plenty of twists and turns. It's also set in the same universe as The Messenger and serves as a prequel. But don't worry, you don't need to have played The Messenger to fully enjoy this gorgeous game.
And get this, some of the music was composed by none other than the renowned Yasunori Mitsuda, who composed music for Chrono Trigger, Chrono Cross, and Xenoblade Chronicles 2.
Interesting.
Sea of Stars,
Stars.
launches on Nintendo
Holiday.
Switch Holiday 2022.
2022. So about a year from now? Or sometime next month. I'm sorry, guys, if you're watching. This doesn't look like an indie game. But the thing that makes indie games special is that it's a small team. Olish? Olish. Buffer.
嗨，我这次选。
嗨，我是 Nate，我们是 Underscore Team，很高兴有机会带来这款游戏。
Alicia，
希望借由 Asia 与 Lucia 的冒险旅程，可以让我们重新体验到人生当中会面临到许多痛苦的选择。这也是我们创作 Alicia 的初衷。
希望你可以开始寻找你的伙伴，因为 Alicia 接下来会在Switch上与大家见面。利用独特的操作玩法，我们也预期可以为你与伙伴之间带来非常不一样的体验。我们Switch上见吧，拜。
Bye.
There's plenty to admire
Alicia,
in
the
this puzzle
Oblivion of
adventure
twin
game.
goddesses.
For twin sisters Aisha and Lisha, cooperation is key in safely navigating this deserted temple. The game makes creative use of the various input options available on Nintendo Switch. Each sister is controlled differently, and you can control both via solo or local co-op play. With Aisha, you'll use motion controls with Joy-Con controllers in TV mode. And with Lisha, you'll use touch controls to guide the helper robot Ambu in handheld mode.
However you choose to play, you'll need the sisters to work together by exchanging clues and operating devices that can help you go deeper inside the temple.
This looks like a Switch exclusive.
But be careful, it's filled with all sorts of menacing monsters and treacherous traps, some of which can trigger different endings. The heartfelt, overlapping music when playing with a friend, coupled with the emotional story, will complement your journey to uncover the secrets residing within.
Alicia, the Oblivion of Twin
Spring.
Goddesses, launches as a console exclusive on Nintendo Switch Spring 2022.
Hi, I'm Adam.
I apologize. I'm sorry for the buffering. I'm trying. I just wish I had better internet sometimes, that's all.
And I'm Joe. We're two brothers who started our own indie studio in order to make a classic point-and-click adventure game. Today, we're excited to announce our debut title, Locomotive.
Set aboard a 1930s express train, you find yourself caught in the middle of a deadly mystery, full of twists, turns, and larger-than-life characters. Soul-satisfying puzzles, and clear your name once and for all.
We both grew up playing point-and-click adventure games, and it's been a long-term ambition for us to put our own spin on it.
We can't wait for you to play Locomotive when it comes to the Nintendo Switch system.
Locomotive.
Welcome aboard the Royce Express, where my guests indulge in luxury travel, fine dining, and murder. Well then, who's at hand to catch my killer? There's my trusty lawyer, a would-be detective, and Her Majesty's Secret Service. There's just one problem. They're the suspects. With puzzles to solve, palms to grease, and clues to uncover, they'd better prove their innocence fast, or it's the end of the line in an adventure that's not just nuts.
Ooh.
It's locomotive.
This looks interesting. Okay. A murder mystery on a train. And it looks like it's got some comedy on it, but I like that it's a point and click. Those aren't too bad. Point and clicks aren't too bad. Well, the other thing that is bad is this internet.
Ooh, I do love me a good murder mystery.
Then you'll love Locomotive, a single-player point-and-click comedy adventure. Climb aboard the Royce Express and investigate the suspicious death of Lady Unterwald.
You'll play as a straight-laced lawyer, an amateur detective, and an undercover agent at different points in the story. Along the way, you'll meet a fully voiced cast of quirky characters and solve head-scratching puzzles to prove your innocence. Figure out who done it and what locomotive inspired them to murder in the first place. Locomotive steamrolls
Summer.
on Nintendo Switch Summer 2022.
Okay.
Rama, wake up. It's almost almost 1 p.m., you sleepyhead. Your friends are waiting for you. Come on. I miss you too, Donna. But you need to live your life.
After Love EP.
On behalf of the Pixelnesia team from Indonesia, I'm proud to announce our upcoming game, After Love EP. After Love EP is a modern-day story of music, loss, acceptance, loving others as well as yourself. While the game is heavily inspired by the aesthetic and storytelling format of the Japanese manga, the game itself is set in Jakarta. We want players to experience this vibrant place we call home, which is also considered as the melting pot of the multicultural people of Indonesia. We cannot wait to let you experience our unique narrative adventure and explore our interpretation of Jakarta.
From the creative director of What Comes After and Coffee Talk comes a stirring narrative about love, loss, and lyricism. Set in Jakarta, Indonesia, After Love EP focuses on young musician Rama, who struggles to compose music after his girlfriend Cinta passes away. By communicating with Cinta's voice inside his head, Rama will learn how to cope with grief, forge new relationships, and even potentially love again.
A mixtape of visual novel, rhythm game, and narrative adventure, After Love EP challenges you to complete an EP of music to fulfill a promise made to Cinta. There are multiple endings based on the choices you make, as well as an original soundtrack from Indonesian band Alfalfa, and striking art direction from Soyatu.
Start anew in
Summer
After Love
2022.
EP, launching on Nintendo Switch, summer 2022.
Dungeon Munchies.
I'm hungry. I've got the munchies. Dungeon munchies, that is.
Then this 2D side-scrolling action platformer should definitely satisfy your
Action
craving.
platformer.
You are dead. Well, you were dead, and now you've been revived in a mysterious underground facility. But forget hanging around here. You've got to get out.
With the help of the undead necro chef Simmer, you'll hunt down monsters, then cook and eat them. There are around 100 dishes that provide various abilities. One dish, for example, might give you the power to serve up new combos.
So you are what you eat.
Literally, this game is a great place to get locally sourced and farm-fresh monsters. So mix and match to get the right meal for your playstyle. And let's not forget the eclectic cast of characters, hilarious side-splitting story, and charming 2D pixel art. Better bring a voracious appetite when Dungeon Munchies devours its way onto the Nintendo
Later
Switch
today.
system.
There's a shadow
Later
drop.
today.
Hej med jer. Jeg hedder Niels. Jeg er spilinstruktør og lyddesigner hos Bedtime Games. Jeg har lavet spilmusik i over 10 år. Vores kommende spil, Figment 2, er fyldt med masser af
Figment
musical
2.
boss fights og andre lydlækkerier. For at få de mest punchy lyde, har jeg været ude ved mit træsvær og smadret på havegriller og kaffekander. Musikken i Figment indordner sig efter dig. Vi har brugt rigtig meget energi på at få lyd, musik og gameplay til at spille sammen. Og vi glæder os rigtig meget til at vise jer spillet. I'm coming back to the surface. I need time to make things right. So hold on.
party on.
Figment 2, Creed
On to
Valley.
the next segment.
Yep, this isn't a figment of your imagination.
Oh, very funny. In this musical puzzle adventure game, you'll make your way through a rhythmic world set in the human mind. Unfortunately, nightmares are spreading chaos everywhere. It's up to you to put an end to their fearsome schemes. Play solo or locally with a friend as you wield your trusty sword and engage in combat. Manipulate environments to solve compelling
Buffer, I know, guys. It's being a little ridiculous right now.
puzzles and have symphonic showdowns against some musically menacing bosses.
That sounds like trouble. Or trouble.
Figment 2,
Figment 2,
Creed
available
Valley
February.
begins its symphony on Nintendo Switch, February 2022. A free demo will be
Demo
available later
later
today on Nintendo eShop.
You don't get a lot of free demos with
Deep sea diving?
indies.
Check. Investing? Check. Drawing? Check. Surviving on the moon? Check that too. A slew of board games from developer Oink Games are coming to Nintendo
Oink
Switch.
Games.
Go on thrilling and risky treasure hunts in deep sea adventure. Become the biggest investor in startups. Catch the sketchy rogue and don't get caught in A Fake Artist Goes to New York. And recover supplies with your fellow astronauts to survive in Moon Adventure. The games are designed to be easy to understand. They also capture and recreate the feel of their original tabletop versions.
You can play all the games, locally and online, so you can play with friends near and far. Get together and play on one system, or create a room with friends. More games will also be added in the future.
Start a game night with Let's Play Oink
Available
Games,
later today.
launching as a timed console exclusive. on
Timed
Nintendo
console
Switch
exclusive, so it
later
means it's
today.
coming on Switch first, and then it'll be on other consoles later.
Hi, I'm Javier, CEO and programmer at Hero Beat Studios.
Hi, I'm
Hero Beat
Edith.
Studios.
I'm working as an environment artist.
If you guys are curious about Bugsnax Studios, they're young horse.
For our upcoming title, Endling Extinction is Forever.
We wanted to create a game that raises awareness about how the world may be in the near future if we don't change our consumption habits.
The environment is mainly presented during night, since we want to emphasize a fox's natural behavior and contrast a calm but deteriorating world and human threats during the day.
We hope that Endling may encourage everyone to reflect, but also that players around the world can enjoy its story, gameplay, and cuteness.
Endling Extinction is Forever.
As the last mother fox in Endling Extinction is Forever, you'll need to keep your 3 cubs alive and lead them to safety. in a world ravaged by humanity.
In this game, blending stealth, survival, and adventure, you'll make your way through devastated environments to reach the one place on Earth where humans can't hurt you. Along the way, you'll hunt other animals to feed your cubs, as well as teach them new skills to make them less vulnerable to predators. I really hope they make it.
I do too. But in the end, how many of your cubs survive the perilous journey is up to you.
Endling, Extinction is Forever. Launches on Nintendo Switch, spring 2022.
This looks sad. Interesting, but
Here's
sad.
more info about the skateboarding action platformer OlliOlli World from our friends at Roll7 and Private Division.
OlliOlli World, huh?
Far across
Radlandia.
the OlliOlli world is Radlandia, a nation forged by the skate gods. Join your crew and travel across our beautiful land. Wall ride among the trees, forge new paths through the desert, or cross moving platforms in picturesque Sketchside. You'll see some weird stuff along the way. But don't worry, that's just part of your journey to Narvana. There you'll compete with champions, challenging each other's skills to win rewards, and create new routes to share with your friends. So come shred by the sea, chase a bee, meet a tree, get on down to Radlandia and achieve
Buffer. Sorry, guys. Trying.
Narvana. Bonus item.
You have pre-order bonus items. Nice.
Oh, nice. Get me some of those.
OlliOlli World rolls
February
onto
8th,
Nintendo
2022.
Switch, February 8th, 2022. Pre-orders begin later today on Nintendo eShop.
Hi,
River City Girls. Part of the River City series.
I'm Banner Rudis, director of River City Girls 2.
And I'm Colleen Fannin, producer of River City Girls 2.
I've been a River City fan since the days of the Nintendo Entertainment System, and in fact, this is the third River City game I've worked on. So I'm thrilled to bring you an all-new adventure starring Misako, Kyoko, Kunio, and Ricky.
We were blown away by the response to the first River City Girls. So, for the sequel, we're including everything players loved about the original, plus a whole lot more, including online co-op.
We're working really hard
There
to
you
get
go.
this game into your hands as soon as possible. In the meantime, please enjoy our debut trailer for River City Girls 2.
Had a debut trailer from Way Forward. It's just one of those side-scrolling the beat 'em ups.
more baddies to take down? Let's go!
Right there with ya. Way Forward is back with the sequel to the acclaimed beat-em-up, River City Girls. There's trouble brewing once again in River City, with higher stakes, meaner streets, and even more over-the-top humor. Take control of one of 6 characters, including returning powerhouses Kyoko and Misako. Each character has their own fighting style and upgradable movesets, which you'll need as you set off on a new quest, picking up where the first game left off.
And when we say new, we mean it. New moves, enemies, areas, items, and a new soundtrack by the first game's composer, Megan McDuffie. Not to mention branching paths, as well as a return of a familiar foe. Get the fists flying solo, or team up with a friend locally or online. What do you say, Paul? Ready to give some goons the old 1-2?
Oh, heck yeah!
River City Girls 2 punches
Summer
its way onto
2022.
Nintendo Switch. Summer 2022.
So if you're a fan of the beat-em-ups, this may be a good one. Almost time
We've
for
got-
the end.
Several more indie games coming to Nintendo Switch. From painting the world to a management sim with dinosaurs. Enjoy!
Ooh, something with dinosaurs. What do you got? Oh, dinosaur stuff looks good. It's like a highlight trailer, a mini trailer. I like those. Parkasaurus. Spring 2022. Ah, a kid-friendly version of Jurassic Park. Okay. There's a T-Rex over there. Looks pretty cool. Oh, he gets out! Ah. Okay, I might have to look at that Parkasaurus one. That one might be good. I mean, it's like a kid. Looks like a kid-friendly version of Jurassic World Evolution. Chicory Colorful Tale available later today. Guys, I like live reacting to videos, but I don't like it when it's just too complicated for the internet. That's why I need better internet. Baby Storm, January 21. Grime, available summer 2022. Gerda, A Flame in Winter, available 2022. Timely. Full game and free demo available later today. Behind the Frame, the finest scenery, available spring 2022. Almost time for the end.
That's all for today's Indie World. Or not. We've
One
got
last-
one more game.
What do you got? Ah, the buffer. Wait. Wait. It's a song, and that's Silk Hair? Is it so? Then it can't be Silk Song. Omori.
The critically acclaimed RPG Omori is making its
Omori.
way onto Nintendo Switch.
Critically acclaimed.
Travel back and forth between two strange and vibrant worlds, each one brimming with colorful friends and foes to uncover a forgotten past. You'll experience an unconventional story and turn-based battle system, supplemented by warm illustrations by renowned artist Omocat, who also produced, wrote, directed, and coded much of the game. Omori does lean into some heavy topics, so be prepared. It's quite the journey.
Omori launches on Nintendo Switch.
Spring 2022.
Spring 2022.
And that's all for
That's
today's
it.
Indie World. We hope you enjoyed the lineup of games in today's showcase.
As always, we'd like to thank everyone in the indie community working on games for Nintendo Switch. And thank you for watching.
Don't forget to follow our official Twitter account to stay up to date on all the latest news from Indie World. Until next time, happy gaming!
All right. So yeah, not a bad presentation. I did like that Parkasaurus one. That comes out in the spring, so that's probably one I'll look into. So, not surprised. I'm not surprised what I think could have been announced and what I knew would not be announced would not be announced today. I mean, my thought would have been Bugsnax would be a really good announcement, but it is kind of a big game, and especially being a PlayStation exclusive. Maybe it could get announced in, a Nintendo Direct. And we are nearing the end of the year, so hopefully either next month or in February, like we did this year, we can get another Nintendo Direct showcasing games coming out in the spring. So, yeah. So, I mean, not a bad lineup, but I'm not a huge indie fan, but if you guys are up for indie games, that's fine by me too. So, I'm not going to go over the platforms before I wrap up. Just basically going to say one last thing. I might be back on the stream later today. I'm going to try to do a Christmas adventure with play some Breath of the Wild, and this Link's going to be wearing red. You know, Santa Link. So, yeah. So other than that, that's all I got for you guys right now. I hope you guys have a great, wonderful day. I might be back on the stream later. We'll see what goes, but I hope you guys have a great, wonderful day, and I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Have a good one, guys.